Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston-Auburn, it's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show with Mark and Pam. We're covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. Feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com.
Today's show is brought to you by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it, squatch it. At 4 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at rupersbeverage.com. And remember, the party starts at Ruper's.
We have the pleasure of being joined in studio today by the president and CEO of the Lewiston-Auburn Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce, Susan Ruhlin. Welcome back.
Hello, hello. Happy to be here, as always.
We are happy to have you, and we're going to be talking to Susan about all things chamber and a whole lot more coming up here in just a bit. But before we get there, let's take a look at some headlines for Tuesday, August 11th.
The Auburn City Council voted 6-1 in favor of a law limiting mobile home lot rent increases. The ordinance caps rent increases at 5% or the annual consumer price index, whichever is lower, and limits increases to once a year, requiring a 90-day notice.
The Maine Community College system is receiving a $5 million federal grant that will allow 600 more students to take free courses. The funding will expand access to 8 classes in high-demand areas like welding and manufacturing. The courses run for 4 to 6 weeks and will be offered at 3 locations, including Central Maine Community College.
Hannaford Supermarkets is recalling certain deli and produce items due to the potential for salmonella contamination. The recall is by jalapeno supplier Coast Citrus Distributors. The items may be returned for a full refund. For more information, including a list of the recalled products, visit hannaford.com and search recall.
And the City of Auburn announced that the 8th annual Blues and Brews Festival will take place on September 12th from 1 to 7 p.m. at Festival Plaza. Live entertainment includes MC Kerry O'Leary, Jack Fawcett and Friends, Papa Tim and the Whiskey Throttle Band, Continental Shakedown, Anthony St. Peter and the Other Ones, and Boba Funk. There will also be food trucks, craft beer, and free admission for all ages. Now it's time for the weather.
Rain or shine, it's all okay. Grab your uke and start the day. You don't need perfect skies above. Hey, just a song and a little love.
Plenty of sunshine today. We'll have a high of 82 and a low of 61. A sunny start tomorrow before afternoon clouds roll in with a high of 79 and a low of 60. Partly sunny on Thursday with a chance of afternoon showers, a high of 78 and a low of 61.
In sports, well, the Red Sox, they stink again. They have
It's
dropped...
my fault.
No. They've dropped 3 in a row after last night's 2-1 loss to the Toronto Blue Jays. They'll play again tonight at 7 in Toronto with catcher Adley Rutschman expected to make his Red Sox debut.
Patriots tight end Hunter Henry signed a 2-year extension and will remain with the team through 2027. Last year, Henry led the team with 7 receiving touchdowns, and his 60 catches and 768 yards were second only to Stephon Diggs.
That is your news, weather, and sports. And right now it's time for the podcast segment that is sweeping the Twin Cities. It's time for famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Let's take a look at FPBs for August the 11th, shall we?
Sure.
All right. We're going to start off with Chris Hemsworth,
The cutest one on the list.
who is 43 years old today. Pam did her research on her birthday list. You know him as Thor in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Mm-hmm.
Anna Gunn is 58 years old today. You know her as Skylar White on Breaking Bad, the wife of Walter White.
Arguably one of the very best shows on television. Shakespearean, it brings in so many elements. And it took me to philosophical places. Like it's such a well done show.
I guess I should probably watch that, huh?
It's the best television show and series I've ever seen.
Oh, good. I'm glad we agree.
Oh, my goodness. It had a hold on me like no other show has done before.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm willing to make that commitment.
Yeah, it's it's a commitment. So I got the DVD set from my mom.
Yeah.
And Her opinion of Skylar White, I think, was like a lot of people. She's like, why doesn't she just leave him alone and let him cook his meth?
That's, you know what? The thing with The Sopranos, another phenomenal show, right? Mm-hmm. You're watching that show, and all of a sudden, you're sort of identifying with the mob. You're like, yeah, you shouldn't have worn the wire. You had to go. You know what I mean? It's when television shows can do that for you. Like,
yeah. And Anna Gunn is a phenomenal actress. She was so good in that role, but just like people couldn't stand her because she kept getting in Walter's way while he was out committing murders and selling meth.
Just a nice little high school teacher.
Exactly. Singer Joe Jackson is 72 years old today. He had the big hit in the 80s called Steppin' Out.
I remember. What does that say about my age? I don't know, but I thought it was a great song.
And rounding out FPBs for August the 11th is Ian McDermott, who is 82 years old today. You know him as the Emperor / Darth Sidious / Supreme Chancellor Palpatine in the Star Wars universe.
Why do they do that? Was he all those things, or is that all one character?
It's all one character.
Yeah, why do they do that?
He progressed in his evilness throughout
so
the
confusing.
Series. Yes. Those are your FPBs. Now it's time for some OTDs. It happened on this day. It happened on this day. It happened on this day.
15 years ago in 2011, the Go-Go's received their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Then took a well-deserved vacation.
They had the beat.
They had the beat. Look at Susan.
Let's see if you can name a song from this one. 29 years ago in 1997, the Backstreet Boys released their second album, Backstreet's Back.
Tell me why.
Bye, bye, bye. Was that on that one?
I don't know.
It's a lyric, I think.
I was just curious why they released a second album. Wasn't one enough?
No,
I do agree.
They made lots of money, so
they did. That's all that matters. As long as you're making money.
39 years ago in 1987, Clara Peller died at the age of 86. She was the Where's the Beef lady for Wendy's.
Oh, yes.
During her ad campaign, Wendy's sales jumped 31%. They probably did not pay her enough.
That is amazing.
Right?
It's got to be one of the most successful campaigns in history.
Yeah.
That was
Where's
great.
the beef? She was so good.
42 years ago in 1984, during a sound check for his weekly radio address, President Reagan joked, "My fellow Americans, I am pleased to tell you that I just signed legislation that would outlaw Russia forever. We begin bombing in 5 minutes."
Russia did not find that too humorous.
I was going to say that might not be a funny joke.
They were on high alert for about a half hour until they realized it was a joke.
92 years ago in 1934, the first federal prisoners arrived at the island prison Alcatraz in San Francisco Bay. I've been to Alcatraz.
Have you?
Super creepy.
I
Did you do the tour? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did that too. And I was like, who the heck would get out of this prison? Like, you are out there.
Mm-hmm. You're out there, and
Plenty of people tried.
Yeah, it was creepy.
Oof.
Interesting, though. I would go back with someone that hasn't been before. I wouldn't go back just on my own. Once was good.
Do they have like actual tours of Alcatraz?
Yeah, so they give you a headset. Actually, you walk around with a headset, and so it's kind of on your own, which is great because then you don't have to wait. You're not with a big group of people. People are just walking through the whole place. It was neat. 107 years ago in 1919, Scottish-born steel mogul Andrew Carnegie died at age 83. He wanted to be poor when he left this world, so he sold all of his stock 19 years before he died and spent the rest of his life trying to give his money away. He got rid of $308 million, but still had $22 million left when he died.
I want to know what happened to that $22 million.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's still floating around out there somewhere.
We should research that.
We should.
Yeah.
Those are your FPBs and OTDs for August the 11th.
Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the L.A. area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com.
Looking for a vehicle but don't love the car shopping experience? At K&R Auto Sales on Center Street in Auburn, Frankie Campbell is known as your friend in the car business. That means no pressure, honest conversations, and helping you find the right vehicle for your budget and your life. Stop by K&R Auto Sales today and see how easy buying a car can feel when you've got a friend on your side. And now we shift focus fully to our guest in studio, President and CEO for the LA Metro Chamber, Susan Ruhlin. And Susan, I saw some pretty cool pics on Facebook recently regarding First Flight over at Craft Brew Underground.
I'm so excited by how well that event turned out. We had some really wonderful ideas. We had 12 potential entrepreneurs and community solution builders pitch a 1-minute elevator pitch. And an elevator pitch is really hard to do. Mm-hmm. You have no slides. You have just 1 minute to kind of share the idea, sell yourself as a founder, maybe instill an idea that there's a financial opportunity here for a funder or an investor. So they're really typically very hard to do. And we provided really no coaching or advising. And so these brave souls came to the Great Falls Comedy Club at Craft Brews Underground and pitched. And it was so fun. And they all did such an amazing job. I think the thing that was probably the most difficult was picking winners because they were all so great.
I'm glad I wasn't in that position.
And we're so grateful to Androscoggin Bank for supporting that. They gave us a yes within 24 hours.
Oh, nice.
And then if you look into them as a bank, they're a very innovation-driven bank. Mm-hmm. So it really made sense that they would kind of support that event, and they funded the prizes. And so we didn't have to charge any admission or anything for this event, so it was great. So we had 3 winners. So Tiffany Salter for Saltysaurus Games was the startup winner. Fascinating collaboration-style game that she was developing. We had Saber Sips, which was a young couple who are doing matcha cart pop-up business, which is really, really cool. And then BC Love Creations, and what she talked about, you might know her if you've seen her at probably a lot of events because she has the most beautiful kind of face painting business. But she was sharing the idea for community impact of getting some FDA-approved paints and then going into hospital wards and maybe kind of brightening the day for patients. So you couldn't help but love that idea.
Yeah, of course.
But truly, all the ideas were great. So we're just really trying to kind of foster this culture of innovation and safe space to kind of share an idea. And then we're going to be launching some entrepreneurial training that will kind of help sort of validate those ideas and transform them into viable businesses.
And how many presentations were there total?
12.
12.
Wow.
And you said earlier that you provided no coaching or advising. Was that by design?
Yes. Yeah. We wanted to see what was potentially here and see, if we could kind of create some pipeline and spread awareness about some of the new programming that we're going to have upcoming. And we're going to have programs that start with ideation. So how do you take that idea and transform that? How do you test that idea? How do you validate? What are some of those methodologies to do that? Like a survey, for example. It's a lot of times if you're really kind of, I love this term, love drunk on your idea. Mm-hmm. It can be really helpful to understand how to design a survey that doesn't have leading questions in it or your own bias in it so that you can have actually really good data to kind of build off of. So kind of, deploying some of those concepts.
Yeah. So each of the winners received $300.
Yes.
And what's next for them?
Well, we'll share with them, what we're going to be offering. We hope that they will participate. But what's next for them is up to them.
Gotcha.
We didn't tie any strings to the funding that they received. Yeah. So, but I do think some of them pitched some pretty good use of funds, like helping to, file their LLC, expenses maybe, or host their websites or things like that.
Yeah. So huge success.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's great. I think that'll be. my fingers crossed, but I hope that will be an annual event. Awesome. And I'd love to conclude our programming with a more traditional pitch event where you do have your 5-minute pitch and your slides, and you have a more substantial, cash prize that can really move the needle for an entrepreneur. Yeah. So.
Awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah, we had Sasha from BC Love Creations on the show.
Lovely person.
A few months ago. Yeah, she's, wow. What energy she has and ideas.
Yeah.
So creative.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love that. I love anybody who's doing something in the creative economy too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely. Coming up on August the 17th, which is next Monday.
Yeah, we have the 26th annual Knapp Morrison Scholarship Scramble. And this raises money for scholarships. And I can't think of a more worthy cause than that. So this year it will be at the Martindale Country Club. And my colleague Justin wants me to really share that we could still take 2 more teams.
Only 2.
And that would be like the most teams we ever had.
Okay.
So please consider it. It's $600 per team. And the day, I haven't participated yet, so this will be my first one. But I'm told it is one of the best events we do, that it's so much fun. There's a great reception at the end. You check in around 8 in the morning. We'll conclude with a social hour and awards, but we have all kinds of fun activities throughout the day. We have lunch that we bring out to all the teams. I think it's just going to be a wonderful.
And something new this year, right?
Yes. Should I say it?
I mean, I think so. Maybe it will entice those last 2 teams to sign up. Or not, but I think definitely entice them.
I think, I wanted to make a shout out to our board chair, Allison Daniels, and to my colleague, Justin Moran, who really led this event planning. And they've really come up with some good ideas, but one of them is a heckle hole.
Yeah, and who do they think to reach out to for that?
Who did they ask?
I think me and Sarah may be involved in that to some capacity.
Yeah, I just think that's so much fun, and I just think it's just going to add just the camaraderie of the whole day. And, I think it's the first time we try this, but I think it'll be great, and I think that was just a really good idea.
I'm excited.
So,
I put in a team, so
yay,
I'll be there.
That's great. Oh, it'll be really fun.
So Pam and her team are participating, and I'm going to be at the heckle hole. So I may be unemployed on Tuesday, Susan.
I won't carry that with me, no.
Depending how much money is raised to heckle me specifically. Yeah. I don't think Mark's going to care, actually. He's going to be like, I'll do this for free.
I think it's its own business model in and of itself, just sending hecklers to all kinds of things.
Yeah, I don't know how long this has been going on, but I watched a couple of videos on YouTube, and it's blowing up.
Yeah.
Like, people just love this.
Right. Why wouldn't you? Could you see it at bowling?
Oh, boy.
But especially golf, where you're supposed to be reserved.
Straight-laced, and everybody's supposed to be quiet and all of that. So,
well, enough of that. We're going to change it up on Monday. Pam, have you heard of heckle hole prior?
I had not. No. And when she said it, I was like, "That's an amazing idea."
Yeah,
I think that's great.
Yeah,
so
me
it'll be fun to watch. I can't remember. There was someone that couldn't play for some reason or another. I was like, well, just go out on the deck at Martindale and have lunch, and then it's a free comedy show.
Exactly, right?
You can go down there and pay for them to heckle. Right. You see teams that go by and be like, hey, here's a 10 spot. Give it to them.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
And thanks to Allison for thinking of us.
Sure.
And we should talk about breakfast, too, because I'm super excited about that. So that's just in 2 days, our chamber breakfast. And we will have Commissioner Mike Duguay from the Maine Department of Economic and Community Development, DECD. And I've asked Mike to talk a lot about some of the ways in which DECD can provide service to business communities. And Mike's somebody I've known for over a decade, and he's just one of the most positive people you would ever meet. And I always say you feel like $1 million after you have a conversation with Mike Duguay. So excited to have him come and be the keynote speaker of our chamber. We're also going to have Administrator Cainrath from the city of Lewiston will also be providing some remarks, which will be great, I think. And of course, as always, we highlight new members. and some of our sponsors. So it'll be a great breakfast.
Yeah, nice.
Right. I'm assuming folks can still sign up for
Yes.
breakfast.
Yep.
There is availability there.
Yep.
Great. All right. And did you want to cover connecting over hospitality?
I do, yes. So this is a program where we focus on a specific sector, so hospitality this time. So this is a webinar that will be offered through Zoom, and that is Thursday, August 20th from 8 to 9. So anyone who's interested just can visit the our events page, and you'll be linked to a sign-up page there. And it's open to members and non-members in the hospitality sector.
Okay.
Nice.
Fantastic. Susan, any other chamber business that you would like our listeners to know?
Well, I think I've given you 3 big things to focus on. So we'll talk about Taste the Harvest, which will be coming up, but I'll save that for another show.
All right.
Dirigo Federal Credit Union is proud to call Lewiston-Auburn home. Whether you're buying a house, saving for the future, or growing your business, we're here for you, right where you live. Visit dirigofcu.com and feel the difference of a credit union that truly knows LA.
As you know, Susan, we do close out the show with a segment called 3 Random Questions, where
Of course.
Pam and I will ask you questions that have nothing to do with the chamber. And I will start with one of our new ones here. I think it's really interesting. Susan, would you rather be handed $100,000 in cash or flip a coin for a 50-50 shot at $5 million?
I take the cash in hand.
Cash in hand.
Yeah.
Not much of a gambler?
Maybe because I'm too much of a gambler. I don't know. I just think cash in hand. Yeah, I'm not intrinsically motivated by money, which is probably a character flaw in some ways, because whenever I've taken jobs in my whole career, it's never been about the money. It's always been about the work. Yeah. So I'm also like 61. So like, I'm not going to spend $5 million. Like, I don't have enough life left.
What are you talking about? Look at Carnegie, the guy we were just talking about.
He had to give it away at the end.
Yeah, but he gave away $308 million. Nowadays, $5 million? Is that even a lot of money?
You could lose 50% option of losing that money and having nothing. So.
Okay. I just think it's fun to have people explain
Well, how would you
why.
answer that question?
I answered it as I would flip the coin.
You really? Okay.
Yeah.
How about you, Mark?
Yeah, same.
Really?
I'd flip the coin.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I'm willing
It's
to take
interesting,
that
though.
chance.
It's
yeah,
interesting to have all these different perspectives.
Yeah.
my thought process is
Yeah.
$100
$100
grand isn't really going to be
much.
life changing where $5 million would.
Yeah. But if you
So-
didn't win it, you'd be like, I could have had $100,000.
It's true. It's true.
$100,000.
Yeah, but then if you take the $100 grand and then you spend it in a couple months, you'd be like,
I should have went for the $5 million.
Trust me, I would not be spending it in a couple months.
all right, Pam, you're up.
I know you're an animal lover,
Yep.
and I'm just going to take 2 animals out of this equation. Besides a cat or a dog, what would be your next ideal pet?
Oh, ideal pet. So something I could have in my house.
I mean, you can have pets still outside, I guess. No, but
Gosh, I don't. That's a really tough question. It would be a horse for sure.
okay, that's a pet.
Yeah, I've
just
had horses
can't-
before, so
can't
that's
fit
kind
in-
of not like. But it would be really quite cool to have a panda bear. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, for sure.
So sweet, and I just have to. Is it eucalyptus that they eat? I
I don't know.
can't remember.
Bamboo,
Yeah,
I thought.
Oh, bamboo. It's bamboo.
I think koalas.
It's a eucalyptus.
Koalas too. Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter just moved to Australia, and so she has been sending me pictures of the koalas, and oh my gosh.
So cute.
They're so cute. So cute. So that would be cool too, but yeah, but probably a horse.
You can't fit many of those in the house, but
Oh, I miss having a horse so much.
Tough to cuddle with them on the couch.
Yeah.
All right, Susan, final question for you. Earlier in the show, we were talking about great TV series. If you could make a guest appearance on any TV show, what would it be and why?
Mad Men.
Mad Men.
Mad Men.
All right, what's your character? What are you doing?
Oh gosh. I'd just be one of the creative people on the creative team. So it's because I'm not artistic, like I can't draw. I'm like the very worst Pictionary partner. Like, never ever have me on there. It's terrible. Or telestrations, I'm awful. But I am a creative person, so whenever someone would pitch, like, come up with a brand strategy, or like in the heyday of advertising back in the, 50s and 60s, that's when you could really see that stuff play out. And I love that. I love just thinking about, like, how could we move someone to make that buying decision. So I feel like that show just captured, it was such a great show, but it was also such a, like, when you looked at, like, women in the workplace and
Right.
where they were relegated to, that wasn't great. But I think it was kind of the heyday of the time.
Yeah.
They're like, how could we increase Wendy's sales by 31%?
Yes, right?
Where's the beef?
That
Get
was
me
80s.
Clara Peller.
More 80s.
Great stuff as always, Susan. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, as always.
And if you'd like more information about any of the chamber events that Susan spoke of earlier, you can go online to lametrochamber.com. Thanks to Ruper's Beverage and Redemption for sponsoring today's episode. And if you'd like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to Pam Ashby via email at pam@lydiamedia.llc.